we've got for you here in Portland for the BitNile.com Grand Prix. It is Go Fast Day, it's qualifying time. Let's see who has the speed as Group 1, Q1. They roll off pit lane. Welcome, folks. Lee Diffie, Townsend Bell, James Hinchcliffe, along with Kevin Lee and Dylan Welsh, ready to bring you the action on this qualifying session.
Our big issue is we feel great on the blacks. The reds, not so sure. The track temperature difference that Dylan mentioned, that's going to be important as we see Ferrucci having a bit of an off-track excursion there. I wonder if that's, yeah, it's down to turn 12. Seen a lot of cars going off.
It's Ryan Hunter-Ray who came through on Ferrucci, but let's have a look at what happened to the Sexton Properties Chevy.
So you threw that 10-11 chicane, just got a little bit wide there. Sort of knew he wasn't going to make the corner, made the smart move to just commit to the brakes there.
I think it might have started at the apex of turn 11 with the right sides getting maybe too much of that alligator curbing on the apex and then sliding offline. Ferrucci still on track, no damage seemingly to the race car. Seen a 120, it's rising quickly, and that's going to throw a curveball to the drivers and engineers as the conditions
currently P2
will change.
For the people-ready Honda of Graham Rahal. Felix Rosenquist leads the way. 6 minutes to go. Q1, Group 2. Then Lundgaard. It's been a very positive weekend for Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan. Here's the DHL Honda of Romain Grosjean. Hench, during that second practice session this morning, it wasn't a great showing from the Andretti squad. Let's see if they can turn it around here.
Yeah, they did struggle a little bit. Colton Herta was the highest Andretti Autosport car in 14th, but then we saw Grosjean 16th, Kirkwood 17th, and Devlin DiFrancesco 18th. So the whole squad, as well as Meyer Shank, who have a technical partnership with that organization, just struggling for grip, struggling for balance, struggling for pace.
Got to get chipped
Traffic. Stay on it, stay on it.
And that's Christian Lundgaard up ahead in the 45. There's the Hy-Vee Honda.
Grosjean at the top, 58.3.
That's only a couple hundredths of a second faster than Graham Rahal did on primaries. We saw a pretty big delta, a pretty big lap time difference between the alternates and the primaries yesterday.
Yeah, looking down here to Colton Herta, Grosjean's teammate. This will be pretty telling. What can Colton Herta do? He goes to the top at a 58.2, but
definitely
so
closer.
far the Reds are not showing a big pop, at least on lap 1.
1:24 to go. This is the business end of Group 1, Q1. Callum Eilert did well. He held the top spot momentarily before being leapfrogged by Colton Herta. Will Power is in the green by a massive margin. Look down to position 11, and so too Joseph Newgarden. Here we go. Here's the Verizon Chevy.
Balance looks pretty good there, Hinch. The power down looks strong, but I saw Will Power lost a little bit of his advantage through the S's. Now just 600ths down. Oh, now it pops up 4/10 to the good, to 6th place at least. So this should pop Will Power up. It does at a 58.1. Colton Herta at the top right now.
Time running out, 20 seconds left. Rosenquist cycles to the top. Who else is looking good? VK, Newgarden is in P3. Grosjean's on the bubble. Time is just about running out. 10 seconds.
See what Graham Rahal has here.
You talked about his concern on the red tires. Don't think this will pop him to the top, but it goes P4, and I don't think he'll get another lap.
Lundgaard. Wow. Christian Lundgaard, after being fastest in the first practice session and being right up there in the second practice session, does not advance. That is one of the huge surprises.
And I take that back. It looks like Graham Rahal will get one final lap here.
These are the drivers that did make it through. Felix Rosenquist on the point. Colton Herta's been a pole sitter here before. Newgarden, Power showing that Penske strength.
You know, sometimes luck is with you. Graham Rahal getting through. You know how much he missed out by getting another lap? Just 0.3 of a second.
Wow, was
close. Denied another lap.
Meeting the high-speed right-handers and just rest against that because his neck simply can't do the job anymore.
So why is this more physical than where he's come from in the FIA F2 series? Because they don't have power steering.
I asked him that exact question. He said the steering load is actually heavier from what he experienced in F2. And he said, I just simply haven't raced for a year.
So he's out of race shape.
He's out of race shape.
Yeah.
He said, I train like crazy. I do all the neck exercises, but the simple fact is that there's nothing you can do in the gym that can appropriately prepare you for what it's really like in the race car. Kev, what do you got? His Vips sends it over the dips.
Kev? Oh, Dylan, pardon me.
I was just going to get ready to say that, you know, I liked his approach to this weekend. He was on a Zoom earlier this week, and he said, the nerves that I have or don't have are kind of non-existent because I just have so much to organize and prepare for that I don't really have time to be nervous. But he also indicated, I'm not going to be comfortable right away. I would imagine this is not very comfortable either.
No, certainly not. Hitting that apex curve and over both the curves in turn one, or turn two rather. Sorry, we've seen a lot of cars get loose there on the entry. We had that little moment there.
Boy, we've seen a lot of off-track excursions this weekend, not just that one from Marcus, but so many drivers. His teammate, Scott Dixon, who just goes around the outside.
Oh.
Scott has spun and has had some big slides. Lots of pretty much everybody, I would say, has had at least a little moment here at Portland International this weekend.
Terrible timing, though, for that re-entry back onto the circuit right in the apex to turn 6 as Scott Dixon was coming through. That would have slowed Dixon down quite a bit. Pace that we saw in practice. Palou now across the line and to the top.
Nice. Wow. McLaughlin, Award, Canapino, Vips and Dixon. 30 seconds left. This is Rossi up the back straight.
Rossi should bump Yuri Vips here across the line. Up 2.5 tenths to that bubble spot. He does, goes to P5. He'll get another lap.
Okay, Marcus Ericsson looking good. Here is the Husky Honda. 2 races left in Chip Ganassi Racing. He goes to 6th, but that's a nervous position. Kirkwood close. Kirkwood gets to 7th, but he'll get another lap. This is Augustine Canapino for Junko's Hollinger.
Canapino just 300ths down there. So he's right there on bubble pace. Here's Armstrong.
Screaming up here towards turn 10. This is where the alternate finish line is, and Armstrong won't quite make the cut. So the young Ganassi charge won't make it through, nor does Kyle Kirkwood. What about Augustine Canapino? No, and a spin by Peterson.
We've seen that move several times by several drivers already.
He's at the entrance to turn 7.
It's coming out of 6. You drop that right rear in the dirt. Will not cause a red because the checkered had already come out.
Yep. So he was a little further down the order. Yuri Vips got his first taste of IndyCar's multi-phase knockout qualifying. And this is what happened to the young rookie.
He's chasing it on the way in. Just gets a little bit wide, and yeah. You've seen it from Rossi, from Ferrucci, from I think Ericsson at one point maybe as well. It's a lot of drivers have had that issue. Yeah, no surprises, all big hitters here. Championship leader Palou off of defending race winner Scott McLaughlin. You have the 2 McLarens of Award and Rossi, and the 2 Ganassis of Dixon and Ericsson. That is a stout group, and it's going to make for a fascinating Q2 here.
Reference points in IndyCar to have Dixon and Award to study. Think about all the setup information, both Honda and Chevy programs as well. So it's no wonder that Rosenquist is highly sought after.
Oh, Alex Palou into turn 1. Big lockup.
I like how the smoke stopped briefly as the tire went up in the air.
Oh, no.
Joseph Newgarden, turn 12.
Red flag and contact looks pretty heavy.
This is very uncharacteristic. Had a crash in the race last week, Worldwide Technology Raceway. In his words, I was just going for it, and maybe going for it again here in qualifying, Q2.
Seen multiple drivers. This was where Rosenquist went off yesterday, so here you go. Yeah, coming through 11. Kind of similar to what happened to Felix yesterday. I think just a little bit fast through 11, then couldn't get down to the apex.
Once those left sides drop off into the dirt, there is no more yaw angle possible as the front tires slide through the dirt.
24 seconds left. Eilert goes to 7th. Rossi's in the green. McLaughlin to the top. Here's Ericsson whipping it in there, and he's got this lap to count on. So
big for Graham Rahal right here. 10 seconds. Does he get in? Just goes to P6, and he'll get another lap.
There's a few cars behind him on track. Alexander Rossi's coming up. Pato O'Ward as well, but he's already on.
Ericsson's losing time. Maybe that's it for Marcus. It's bleeding away. Here's Rossi.
Rossi power threatening Ray Hall here. Rossi won't get it done.
I see Rossi keep fading over to driver's left on the straightaway as he comes to the line.
Something happened to Will Power, guys, out of that last corner because he lost a ton of time. I think Graham's safe here.
So no Will Power, no Joseph Newgarden, of course, because of the crash. So McLaughlin is the only Team Penske driver through to the Firestone Fast 6. Callum Ilott, well done, in 8th. That's very nice over Rossi, Ericsson, Rosenquist. So it's Ray Hall gets through with Pelot Dixon. So we got the Championship 2 in the Firestone Fast 6. Pato O'Ward, Colton Herta, Scott McLaughlin.
Driver there. These are the guys that advance. Colton Herta doing just such a great job finding the speed when it matters. And Pato O'Ward, once again, Diff, what's that make? 10 transfers?
So
9 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome result. And told me during the lunch break that he felt it might be a primary tire race. Watch this. Ray Hall to the top. 58.3.
We said it at the beginning. He said he was really happy on the primaries, not as happy on the alternates. Did a great job to get himself into the Fast 6, and now doing something special here on the primaries.
And this also means that he won't have to run those used reds and save those precious used red laps for the race if it turns out to be a dominant red tire race. This lap doesn't seem to be quite as quick as the last one for Graham Rahal.
40 seconds left for McLaughlin. Can he go back-to-back holes here in Portland?
And there you see Alex Pelot just behind him.
The last two pole winners here are the last two race winners here. McLaughlin last year, Pelot the year before.
Colton should jump up to P2 here. There it is. He'll get one more lap on his sole run of this session. But it's McLaughlin that's tracking quickest right now. A 10th to the good on Ray Hall.
Oh, all of a sudden, Pato O'Ward has joined the party.
But look, he's lost a lot there through turn 6. Now it's in the red. Ray Hall still sitting pretty. He's in pit lane. Nothing else he can do but sit back and watch.
What's the track that this is closest to, Portland? Indy GP. Who was the last pole sitter? Graham Rahal there.
So McLaughlin flashes by. He's in P2. He's on his last lap. This is it for Scott Dixon. Jumps to 3rd, and that's it for him.
McLaughlin's in the pits, guys. McLaughlin has no more in the tank. What can Colton Herta do? He's dead even coming out of turn 7.
Whoa. Now drops down.
Back straight, coming to that alternate finish line. Can he find that time in this section, or is it going to be pole for Graham Rahal? Colton Herta. Not going to be. Look at Graham. Chose that alternate strategy in the people-ready Honda and shows them all how to get it done. So it's a Honda Chevy front row. It's an all-Honda second row. It's a Honda Chevy third row. Will Power, Callum Ilott. Season best for Callum Ilott. That's pretty good going.
And you look down into the meat of the bunch here, row 5 through 8. You got to wonder, how big do some of these guys go on the start here at Portland, where it can be so inviting to try to go deep on the brakes into turn 1 and make something out of what has been disappointing qualifying for a lot of these drivers going back through the field. You got that rookie Yuri Vips doing a great job out qualifying some very experienced drivers. David Malukas, a bit of a surprise there all the way at the back, had been so strong at Gateway. We know he can get it done on the road and street circuits.
And yeah, a bunch of rookies making out the back of the field. Stingray Robb over Benjamin Peterson and Tom Blomqvist, and only his second IndyCar weekend for Meyer Shank Racing.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.